Man, what a night last night was. Late night Luca, Uncle Drew. This show right here, y'all definitely don't want to miss.
Here to bring you the facts, data, and statistics up close and personal. Letting you decide if it truly is hate or debate.
Pulls up three-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good! Wins the game at the buzzer! Oh my God! Ain't no way! Are you kidding me?
What is good in the neighborhood? It is your man, the one and only MVP, the geek. And you know, as always, I'm in the building with who?
Mr. Hit him with that, yo.
Hey, man, shout out to you, man. You see, I got the hat on, man. I feel good, man. I got a special hat from my partner, my brother over here, man. I love it. It looks good. You know what I mean? It fits me right. I'm glad it didn't fit you, man. It was a perfect gift for me, man. It's an early birthday gift for me, man. Good for me. Got to use your phrase for that. Good for me. Yeah, man. But before we start this show off tonight, I definitely got to give a shout out to the sponsors because it was 11 locations with Planet Vapor, but they're reopening the spot that they just shut down. The call of the wild is always going to come, is always going to be there. One door closes, another one open. They're reopening the spot down in Florence. Shout out to Planet Vapor for all your vaping needs. 12 different locations. And for everybody watching this episode right now, today, I'm going to give you a special promo code at the end of the show. So Boogie, remind me to give them that special promo code because if they put that down in the comments, if y'all stick around, y'all watch the show, you stick around, you get you a gift bag. And you can get you a Delta 8 gift bag, or you can just get you a straight up regular vapor bag. It's all on you. The choice is yours. All you got to do is stick around, type in that promo code. The first one to put that in there, we will definitely hook you up with the bag of your choice from our sponsor, Planet Vapor. Also, a big shout out to Blonde Fury at Fury Bro Studios for all your recording needs as well as production needs. And last but not least, who we got, Boogie? Because it's definitely not least.
Man, listen. Shout out to the big homie. You know what I'm saying? Coy over there at Rock Bottom Studios, man, for your first black animation station in South Carolina. Man, look, my boy is over there doing some great things over there, man. So make sure y'all tap in with him, man.
Definitely. And just so you know, we just recently picked up another sponsor. He's not on the scroll by list right now, so I'm going to take that down. But shout out to Christ Hop Clothing and Gear. Shout out to Sean Green, my brother, our brother out there doing his thing. He reached out to us out here on the show. He definitely wants to get on the show. He said, man, I don't know much about that sports like that, but I just want to get on there and drop a couple Jews every now and then. I'm like, hey, man, you could do it, man. You could do it. So when y'all see us in that Christ Hop clothing, such as merch like this, you know, with the Christ Hop on it, when you see that Christ Hop, you know it's official. That is by the man himself. Definitely great clothes, great quality. Now that we got all of these guys out of the way, man, I saw a game last night, man. I don't know if you watched it, man, but I saw a game last night, man. Late night
Man,
Luca versus Uncle Drew out there. Man, what did you see, Boogie?
man, listen, boy. Hey, Uncle Drew cut that beard off.
He cut it off.
He cut
I'm
that
glad you
beard.
said something about that. I was going to say something about that.
Boy, hey, I ain't even going front. I had to rub my eyes a little bit. I thought that been that Kyrie that came from Cleveland when he first got drafted over there before LeBron went over there. That's what I thought I seen. I was like, man, that's hey. But what was great for me to see, like, not only was the offense crazy, but Like, yeah, he was definitely locking up on defense, man. He did anything and everything in his power for the to try to win that game last night, man. And shout out to that performance because it was a beauty. It was a masterpiece. Like at one point, bro, like the man scored like 25 points off of just 3 dribbles or less.
That's it. And he was talking about it. He tried to
Three
keep
dribbles or
it like
less.
that.
Yeah.
And
I'm
I,
talking
I
about
was
get to his
watching
spot.
while
Oh, yeah.
right. And he was this was even from half court. Go ahead, Boogie. He was from
No.
half court and was
Hey, Pete, like I said, it was just a masterpiece, man. I was that was really that was how basketball has grown and became this big phenomenon because it was once before, we had this transition, but it was a guy number 32 that played for the Lakers and started what it was called the Lake Show, which
right.
you know what I'm saying made TV sponsors and because they used to delay the taping. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
show
Then
team.
like uh the Lakers, Boston, like those teams, man, they was had some epic battles, man. So they started showing that thing live, bro. So it was beautiful, bro. Like Luca got off too, man. Luca had him a triple double. But that's not dismiss the performance by the King too, man. Like hey, the King he didn't turn back the hands of time, bro. Cause King really looked like, you know what I'm saying, he's really enjoying playing basketball right now. I can say that.
Right. He's having the time of his life, man. 37 minutes, the man had 27 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists. He was 11 for 17 shooting. Free throws, he was 3 for 4. Three-pointers, he was 50% at 2 for 4. He had a steal. He had 3 rebounds and he had 6 turnovers, but that didn't have anything to do with it. And I see it like this cuz like I said, I'm not talking trash about the King this year. What I saw in his 6 turnovers and all of them, he trying to do new things and see what he could do with his team. That's what I saw in that. Now, when you trying new things and you trying to see what players are going to do, you still in the NBA and defense is going to step up. They're going to play their game and respectively that led to turnovers. But hey, who are you or who are we to judge that when to be innovative in the game, you know what I mean, at that age and try things like that and still have a great game outside of those turnovers? Because that's like something that we're not even planning to talk about tonight. Remember, the headline is and what Uncle Drew had did out there.
Yeah.
And they played their game so much because it was the Dallas versus the Lakers matchup. Luca first time back home since he's been there, and man, they had a game, but that silent assassin who was just chilling, like, yeah, y'all go ahead and watch this. I'ma just adjust this real quick. I'ma just adjust this real quick. I ain't doing nothing unnecessary. I'ma do what it takes. I'm not mad at what he did out there in that game, and I think it was beautiful. Like I said, no more hate on him. I'm appreciating him until he's out of here because he's a generational talent that we will never see again. His points, his assists, his steals, his rebounds, everything he's doing to the game is showing everybody, even if you out there as long as he has been out there, unless you're a team leader, you'll never be able to do this. I
Mm.
don't care who you are, you'll never be able to do this, man. What did you see in Luca, man? Because Luca was out there. He had let me see. Luca had matter of fact, before I even go into the stats with Luca and Uncle Drew, let me ask you, without stats or anything and just watching, who stood out the most to you in that game?
Well, um, Luca didn't like as far as like his point production, man. It was just mediocre. But I did see some other sides of Luca that we're not accustomed to seeing from Luca. Luca had a couple steals. Luca had a couple blocks out there, man. So he was definitely a willing participant on the defensive side that night. Um, Uncle Drew just he ain't had enough firepower with him, man. Because I think the real guy that's the underrated, like the silent assassin over there is that man AR-15, man. Because I like what Luca and LeBron does. Like they're not stifling his growth. They still let AR be himself.
Mm-hmm.
I see LeBron coming off the ball a lot more, and he lets what I'm saying AR drive the car, which we're not accustomed to seeing with LeBron. You know what I'm saying over his tenure in the league. Um, Also, your boy Luca, yeah, when him and AR is on the floor, he let AR do his thing too. So, like I ain't gonna lie, man. After watching that game last night, this is what I come to the conclusion of: the Lakers gonna be a problem. Like everybody was sitting here like wondering like how you gonna do this, how is that gonna work? But bro, when you got two people with that high IQ of basketball, two guys like that, yeah, you figure it out and you make it work, man. And I want to put this little part out there, man. Your boy Nico was looking to, Nico, who's the vice president at, at, at Dallas. It's kind of like what I see. Like you see a breakup and you see an ex out in public. You know what I mean? You still like
I
it just
saw that
like
picture, bro.
I see
I
that
saw
like
that picture.
you watching the man that shoot around and what you doing, man? Like hope you want them to see you. You like, yeah, I want to be seen. Yeah, like, yo, I'm good. We good without you over here. Like, man, stop, man. Like, come on now.
I gotta
The
go
other
to a
picture,
belly
the
analogy,
other
man.
picture, hey Pete, I don't know if you see this other picture, but Mark Cuban was in the stands too.
He was out there.
And he
He
was
was
what
out
he
there.
was he enjoyed watching what Luca was doing out there.
Right. Remember, it was against his will. He didn't even know about it himself. And like the first picture that we was talking about, when I saw that, the first thing that came to my mind was on Belly. When it was like, yo, I saw how you was, son look mad hurt, son look mad hurt out here. Like his whole facial expression, I wish they would have had the reverse to show what Luca was saying to him or what face he had. Because, bro, I didn't need the 30 up tonight. I triple doubled out here tonight. I triple doubled. Yeah,
Hey,
y'all
hold on,
did y'all
hold
thing.
on, Pete. Pete,
Hmm.
I don't wanna interrupt you, but hey, shout out to TT. Thanks, on the congratulations on the new sponsor as well. Go ahead,
Definitely,
bro.
definitely. You already know. But yeah, man, who like Luca and like how you've been saying about him and Joker all year. This has been your thing. Those guys play at their own speed. If he's needed to do those things, I think he would have did it. And my next question to you outside of this, before we go into these stats and stuff real good and the teams and everything, how much different do you think the game would have been if AD would have played? And do you think the winner would have been the same?
Well, see, the thing about it, I don't know as of yet, Pete, because I haven't seen AD and Kyrie on the court together.
Right.
But what I did see was when AD did play, um, the little half a game that he did play, bro, he was going crazy over there. Like he had like 20, I think he had 24 or 26
Let's go off of
points.
that. You hear me? Just go off of
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Oh,
go off of that.
so
What you
like, no,
think?
no, like, I think the game. I think, yeah, of course. Like I think Dallas would have definitely, they could have won the game with AD on the floor, man. Like
I
that
believe
that
so.
that was the only thing that Kyrie was meant. Like, cause Kyrie went crazy, but if you look at it, some of the other guys that was with Kyrie, nobody else really. You know what I'm saying?
It's
And then
almost like
Kyrie,
must see TV.
yeah, Kyrie would have just had somebody just to do a little lifting. You know what I mean? Like I ain't need you to. Like if you'd have gave me a little 20 piece, which AD is easy and capable of doing, then we right in that game.
Yep, I agree with that, and I think that if AD would have been there, I think they would have won by 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
Simply because now you know who LeBron James is, the king. You know who Luca is. Everybody else outside of the wide open 3-point shooting that they had, getting to the basket would have been a whole lot different than AD. You know what I mean? I mean, with AD being out there, because he is a rim protector. He's athletic. I was looking at a Facebook post today, and they were saying, do you think AD would have been good back in the days of David Robinson, Hakeem Olajuwon, Patrick Ewing, all those guys? And I said, yes, he would have dominated. Him and Hakeem would have separated themselves from everybody else. And I got into it with a guy, and he was talking about how good Ewing was. I said Ewing couldn't even jump over a phone book. Ewing will be remembered for the rest of his life as that layup that he missed, that finger roll when he caught that flat tire. You know what I'm saying? And this is no disrespect to Ewing, because all the years that Jordan was busting them down and doing his thing, I was rocking with Ewing and Starks. I was really going with them. And remember, these years, the Lakers wasn't nothing to me. But when they put that there, I had to let them know. You can hate. It just sounded like AD hate. I know he's hurt, but we're not going off of this hypothetical off of if he's going to be hurt and all of these things. We're talking about if he's there and he's at his best game, like championship level when he won it with the Lakers. And that's also what he has over Ewing. He's got a ring. Whether it has the asterisk on it or whatever, it doesn't matter. He has a ring. And my thing, like I said, him and Hakeem Olajuwon, I remember when David Robinson got that MVP and they gave him that uniform that had all the gravity in it because he couldn't stay on the ground. He got dreams shook out of his uniform out there. It wasn't nothing that he could do. So putting AD in this game, I think it would be a whole lot of a different game. It would have changed the whole trajectory of it. And I can't see a blowout because I know what LeBron and I know what Luca and everybody else is going to do to make adjustments. But at the same time, AD is a generational talent. I can't be mad at that. And we will see in the playoffs when it comes up what team is going to be better when they're fully stacked, if we get to see them like that. If we get to see them like that.
Well, listen, I just one rebuttal. If I had to pick Patrick Ewing or AD, I'm definitely going Patrick Ewing just because of the availability aspect. And Pat was nice though. Pat was nice. Pat was
And like I
nice.
said, we gonna do the availability off of like how
Yeah,
AD was the championship season, like
yeah,
their
yeah.
best
Oh
years.
no,
You
no,
know
no,
what I
no,
mean?
no. Hold up, and I want to look. AD is special though. Like like this is. I know, you know what I'm saying? People joke about it. I've been one of those to crack a joke and, you know what I mean, call them street clothes or something like that. But that's not get it twisted. You know what I mean? That's not get it twisted. When you see AD on the floor, as far as what he's able and capable of doing, I'm talking about Ray Charles can see AD is a top five. You know what I mean? Like when he's healthy, like he's in the conversation in the top five in the league. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like he's like a slouch like that. Like when AD is healthy, when he's on the floor, he's capable of being the best player on his team. He is capable of being, the best player, you know what I mean, arguably one of the best players in the league. Those are facts. I've seen the kid elevate his game. And even when he came over there, as far as when he first left the Pelicans and came to the Lakers, I seen his game grow over there as well. So
Right. So tell me this, because I'm with you on this. And like I said, I was a Ewing fan, especially with Starks when he dunked on Jordan. He tried to move his hand out the way. You was in there. MJ,
mhm.
you was in there. I saw that. But Ewing is a great baller. He's got that mid-range, that turnaround baseline jumper, man. Come on, man. That's basically 100%. You can call him that on that. Do you think Ewing with those knees would be able to stop AD with the ball handling and the way that AD plays ball offensively with Ewing on him defensively?
No, I don't know. You know what I mean? Because see, Pat is used to like Pat didn't play a lot of stretch fours. This is going off of like, so Pat didn't play a lot of stretch fours, so I don't think
That's
he
true
would have
that you
like
said that too.
even when he played, you know what I'm saying, Dream with those like Dream moves are still like he's still teaching these kids that to this day.
Yeah, he sure
So
is. He and not just kids, he teaching
I mean,
adults. Remember Kobe
the
went with
adults
him and
like
got with it.
I didn't no, I just say kids like in the the guys that's in the league right now because he's older. He an
Yeah,
older
young
statesman.
guys. The
Yeah.
young guys.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, like bro, like we seen what King was able to do to what I mean Pat as well. Like he put him in the spin cycle. Like so, at the end of the
Look,
day,
look,
oh
you see it? You see it? He said, "John
yo,
Boogie." Shout out to my
my
boy
boy, yo,
Sean Green. That's one of the, like I told y'all, that's the last sponsor right there.
what's
The
up, bro?
latest sponsor right there. Christ Hop Clothing, man. Y'all go ahead and holler at him, man. Sean Green. It's in
Hey
the
man,
building. He
no,
called me. You already know Peter Venkman. He's always called me that, man. Shout out to
yeah.
you. T
Hey,
said,
SG, go ahead and get me something ready, man. I'm gonna pull up on you. I'm come find you. I need an outfit or two or whatever. However you feeling that day.
definitely need those hats. I definitely need those hats. And yeah, T said,
Two XL, two XL. No,
T said Ewing was a big man whose job was just to block and protect the paint, and that is the
right,
truth. And he
right,
did
right.
that, and he
Yeah,
could give you solid offense out there too. Because, like I said, he could hit you with that sky hook. He can hit you on the inside, and he could also hit you with that shake and get that baseline jumper off. Man, he'll pull you
yeah,
out that lane. He'll pull you
yeah.
out. She said because he really didn't move his feet, and that's true. It's
Agreed.
true, and
Yeah, you're
and
right.
that's why
You're
she
right.
said that's why he couldn't guard AD because of that athleticism. But as
Yeah,
far as
that's what I said.
yeah,
Me,
exactly.
we all in unison with that. Like, nah, he wouldn't been able
You
to
know
guard.
it.
No,
I mean,
no.
Ewan is a Hall of
Boy,
Famer purposely, and he definitely deserved to be there. He earned it. But if you talk about him versus AD, it's hard to say who would be the winner. That would be more of a game time decision for me in watching the game because I'm not going to say it because who knows what's going to happen. Like we say, the injuries. We also say Patrick Ewing's mobility. So you really going to just have to watch that game and see how that goes, man. I'm with you on that, man. But
agreed.
yeah, man. It's all love on that. But I'm sorry I went so far from that from the Dallas and Lakers game. But
Nah, 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 nah,
it
nah,
just
we
seemed
good.
like it was something that needed to be talked about. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because AD is man, come on. I'm still hurt a bit that he's not there no more. I'm happy now, and I'm sorry to say this that he's not playing, but I'd rather him be here with us, man. But dang, man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. This league is shaking up, and it seemed like it was overnight that it happened, man. But you had
it
Rui,
was. It wasn't. It wasn't. It didn't seem like it. It definitely was. Speed. It was overnight.
right, man.
This is
Right,
this is
man.
the like, this is the
Remember, you hit
trade
me at
that
305. You hit me at
bro. This was
305,
the
bro.
trade. Yeah, this was the trade that shocked the world, bro. Like I was so stunned. Like yeah. Anywho, yeah. Go ahead, Pete. So what you were saying, sir? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt, man. Because you
Oh no,
got me
no, you
super
good, man.
excited about that
You
one.
good, man. Yo, you
Yeah.
definitely good, man. I don't know what's going on, but they had Dalton connect at 10 minutes last night. I think they still want him in Charlotte. I don't know what's going on. When you go from stepping up and doing your thing, I think they was trying to up his trade value for that trade or for any other trade that they had. I don't know whether it's with him and the coaching, but 10 minutes, he was 5 points. I mean, one for four and 3 pointers. Everything else is zeros, bro. Everything else is zeros. Did he catch what, two lobs out there? Well, no, he caught a lob out there. I'm sorry. And my boy Jackson Hayes, man, I'm never gonna stop talking about him, man. He had 16 minutes. He had 8 points, 8 rebounds. He went 4 for 5 from field goals. He had 2 blocks, and he had an offensive rebound as well with that. But I love his hustle. I love his athleticism with the group. When you see him going up, he's not, when they give him the ball in the paint, it doesn't matter if he's surrounded with bodies. He jumps with everything in him to rise above to get that basket. He ain't laying it up. He's
Yeah,
not going off of the side, off of the glass. He's booming on those guys right there. And I think when they were on their search to find a better center, he ate some humble pie, like you and Black like to say. He ate some humble pie and was like, yo, I can get better at this. And with my athleticism, they say they need somebody they gonna lob to. I'm here. They looking at Dwight, they looking at JaVale, they looking at all these guys. I'm here. You know what? I'm finna step it up. You give me my 16 minutes, I'm gonna give you a point for every minute. I'm gonna give you a point for every minute. I'm gonna do something with that, and I'm gonna be where you need me to be. If you got anything bad to say about me, is I should have dunked backwards over somebody instead of just doing the same two-hand dunk. But I don't care about that. Points is points. I'm proud of him and what he did out there. Austin Reeves, AR-15, 37 minutes, 20 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. He went 5 for 12 out there, so he didn't have the greatest shooting night. 7 for 8 behind the free throw line because he's shifty. He can get to the basket. He can create offense. And like you were saying, Luka let him do his thing. LeBron let him do his thing. And I love, just like how you love, they letting him grow. And it's what's crazy, Luka is younger than him. You would think it would be the reverse. You would think that, but it's not that. But not only did he have that, he also had he also had his PFF was 2, and he only had 1 turnover. And as much as he handles the ball, I think that's good for him because he's learning. If LeBron had 6 turnovers and you had 1, they'll be like, well, he didn't have the ball that much. That's not the truth. He played 37 minutes, and we know what he does out there. We know what he does. He played the same amount of minutes as LeBron. The only person that played more minutes than both of them was Rui Hachimura. He had 38 minutes.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But outside of that, man, come on, man. Let's look at, because let me ask you this. Would you rather have that triple-double that Luka had? Or would you rather have what Uncle Drew had? 35 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 for 11 from three-point land, 3 steals, 2 blocks, 4 turnovers. PFF 1 rebound, but his shot selection was 12 for 27. Which would you rather have out of those two? The triple dub, or would you rather have that team leader thing right there?
I'm gonna go with the team leader thing, man. Like because although Uncle Drew lost last night, man, like that's something you can build off. You know what I'm saying? Guys, you really walk back to your locker room like, look, if I'm Jason Kidd, if I'm really Nico, what Nico really needed to be thinking about was we made the right decision. Because Kyrie is ever since that's happened, Kyrie, we seeing the emergence of, you know what I'm saying, the old Kyrie, man. Like, and I think Kyrie was just trying to like be a fit-in guy with
Mm-hmm.
Luca. You know what I'm saying? So he like, Luca, this your team, because he grew over some time. So Kyrie came in like, man, Luca, I already know this your team is good. Like I'm here like to help you. You got any questions? Let me know. You know what I'm
Right, and
saying?
he's a savant of the game, so he wasn't trying to disrespect him. He was just trying to
Yeah,
get in where he fit in,
yeah.
even though he's an elite point guard, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's the growth because, like, you know what I'm saying? It was like when he was first went to Boston and he had all those young guys. You know what I'm saying? He was the big homie, you know what I mean? But then it was some, it was, they won't say like it was some dysfunction as far as because you had them young pups that come in there like we big dogs too, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So So he learned off of that because especially when LeBron came back, to Cleveland, and he felt like that was like at first he felt like that was his team, but like you can't, when LeBron goes to any team, it's LeBron's team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. You know what I mean? He has earned it. You know what I'm saying? And proven it everywhere he went. So automatically, like that's what it was. And he was like, especially in Cleveland, it was like, bruh, I'm the reason why you really here. Because if I never leave, you wouldn't even got drafted over here.
Right.
You wouldn't even been in Cleveland. You wouldn't have known nothing about this.
Right.
But
That's true.
anyway, and I mean, anyway, I digress. But like with the Dalton Connect thing, I think it just like as a young player, man, it kind of shakes up your confidence if you like get traded, especially when you just don't know if you know your spot.
Remember,
As
they
far
also
as
left him one game too.
yeah, but I think I think he's going to learn from it. He's going to get better, man, because he's the guy that like, excuse me, he's the guy that LeBron and Luca are going to be able to use when they in the playoff series. When
Right.
you getting double, when you know what I'm saying, you getting different looks, you able to prepare more.
You need some help, and you need to to
Ye-
stretch
ye-
and space
Yeah,
that throw route. So you
yeah,
can do your thing. Yeah, you're
yeah.
right.
Because
Because
that kid could get a bucket, man. Like literally, yeah, he was like the national player last year, like in college, bro. Like the kids are walking bucket.
Boogie, you need to
So
tell them viewers, man, y'all pay attention. He done talked about that. He
I
went
already said,
into how
yeah,
he came from college and is still the same player because a lot of people can't make that transition from college to the NBA. That man is playing better in the NBA than he played in college if you look at it. In the
yeah,
college, depends on where you're playing, what team you're playing for, who you're playing. You might score more, but you see those guys get to the NBA, they're like now 5 to 7 points a game. That man is above all of that, even with limited minutes. He's doing what they ask of him. I'm sorry that he got caught up in that trade because that's still often connect to me. You know what I
yeah,
mean? I think they need to get back to it. And T said, mind you, became out of the SEC. Yes.
yeah,
Yes. He
yeah,
sure did. He
yeah,
sure did. He
yeah.
sure did.
So
And
and
that
then
that's
oh my bad, go ahead.
oh, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
No, 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 no. So that's just probably throwing him off just a little bit as far as being a young player and really trying to figure out what is his role on his team. Because the game prior to this, or 2 games ago, like he looked decent out there when Luca went off for the 30 plus. So yeah, he looked good out there that day. The boy Jackson, I love Jackson, man. He has the motor, like, and that's one of them guys like that you need, like when you really want to make a deep playoff run, and,
Yep.
you know, try to win you a championship. You need
Yep.
those guys that's going to be able to like just do the dirty work.
Extend
On
his
the flip
minutes,
side,
right?
on the flip side, if somebody could work with him in the summertime, get him something like a little 10, 12 footer,
If I
you know what I'm
was him,
saying?
I'd work
Yeah.
with Hakeem.
Yeah, I'm telling you, just get them. You ain't gotta. I don't want you shooting nothing crazy. Just a 10 to 12 footer, like
That's it.
that way. You know what I mean? We can loosen up. We can loosen up. You know what I'm saying? Where people could be cutting, and you can get that shot by the basket, or you know what I mean. You athletic enough to take somebody off the dribble and just yam on somebody. Because if somebody like a Jokic is in front of you, Jokic is not the fastest, but what Jokic does on the defensive end, he uses his body, you know what I'm saying, and his length for you ain't just about to run around me, you know what I'm saying? So
Right. And I love the way, like Uncle say, yo, he run the floor like a deer, man. The boy run both ends, and it's not, defense. You have to be a willing participant to get in there.
yeah,
Me playing ball, whether it was football or basketball, I always got run because my offense came from my defense. They saw the athleticism and how willing I was to play defense. I didn't care who was the best person on that team. And in football, I was always smaller. But when big guys try to run through me, they found out what that shoulder did. I made a couple big guys cut flips out there. In basketball, I don't care what it is out there. It's me and you. It's not going to be me. I'm going to do what I got to do. At the end of the day, I'm going to be happy at what I did because I'm a willing participant. When you have
Yeah,
players like that, you know what I mean? You're going to get the best result. And like you said, putting them in, and when they get to the playoffs, it's going to be different. I think his minutes going to go from 16 to probably 25 because they
easy.
can use him more. The less tape they have on him right now, the better he'll be when the playoffs come. The better he'll be, man. So I'm gonna go from that and how good the team is gelling and working out in LA. And I want to just take a couple seconds before we get out of here and go ahead and get us a good Boogie's take on how these Golden State Warriors are changing everybody's thoughts, everybody's talk. I watch all of these people on all of these platforms talk all year. I seen it on It Is What It Is. I seen my boy Grant Cohn. I seen Larry Kruger. All of these guys talking about how Jimmy Butler would look going to Golden State. And I heard Jimmy and I heard Steph talk. And one of the things that stood out to me most when they were talking is how they both talked about they do not do the same thing at all, period. And it opens up the game for them. Steph doesn't have to run a million laps anymore. You got a guy that's going to create that offense, and he don't even stay outside that perimeter. Jimmy Butler, remember, buckets, he'll hit that three if you need him to. He'll never be in that position again. He knows who's going to hit that three if you need him. He knows how to shake and break that defense down to do what it is that he does. Defensively, there's not a player in the league right now that I think is as well-rounded both ways as Jimmy Buckets. You put him with a Steph, you put him with a Draymond, you put him with a great mind as Steve Kerr, bro, the floor is yours from that because this is your squad, bro.
Oh man, listen, man. Look, you set the place up so nicely, man. And you know what I mean? I look, first of all, look, I love how you broke that down for real, bro. That was a fire take, right? People don't understand is Jimmy's a winner. He's been proven a winner. He dragged that Miami Heat team to the finals not once, but twice. The same
And
team, the same exact team. You put another player on there too, or take another player off, but the same exact team. You wasn't getting no. They didn't get. When I say that was they wasn't getting no better.
I'm gonna put a pause on that real quick, and before I let you finish, you said it right. He drugged those boys. He didn't carry them because they didn't want to be carried. The front office didn't want to give him what he needed. He tried to stay there. They was mad at him for complaining. He just needed one other piece. But otherwise that, he drugged those boys. Go ahead. Hold on. Shout out to Sterl from the job, man. Sterl said second round and it's over. He also said playoff Jimmy is different.
That's fact though. That's
That's why they
fact
had to
though,
put that on his
Sterling.
name. It ain't regular Jimmy
Yeah.
or Jimmy Buckets. Playoff Jimmy is different, bro. Go ahead, Boogie.
Nah, that's what Sterling just said. That's fact though. See, that's where I was about to get to. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Jimmy, he does a lot of things on the basketball well. You know what I'm saying? He's like a Swiss Army knife. And really that's what we was missing. It was like as far as Golden State, it was like, yo, like we was lacking in identity.
Yep.
When Jimmy walked through the door, he brings back the identity. Like Jimmy wants to win.
And
Guess
he
what?
brings a
That
new
that
one
that
too.
basically he lit the locker room back up because up until that point, like we was lacking in identity. We was like, what's going on? Yo, Steph was having a solid year. Like we've been a lot of injuries derailed us, but with You know what I'm saying? Him coming over there, he gonna like that just gave us that was probably the best acquisition of the season.
Remember
Y'all
what
go
they were saying?
yeah,
The dynasty
mark
is
my
over. Remember that.
mark
They were
my
saying
word.
all of
Mark
that.
my, yeah, mark my words. It's hard to beat that team. First of all, with anybody in the West, what they really are hoping for, and they got their fingers crossed that we go to the play-in and we lose in the play-in. Because if we play any team in that West in a 7-game series, it's up. It's
It
up.
really is. It
It's
really
only a
is.
couple teams that like you can tell me and I'll be like, yeah, all right. Like Denver, I think Denver might can get us because they got us in size. The Lakers, the
I don't
Lakers
think
can definitely get us. You know what I'm saying? The Lakers can definitely probably get us. But
and look,
after
look,
that,
look at
like,
Sterl. Look at Sterl. You and Sterl is like minded. You see
yeah,
it. He said they all want to match up with the Nuggets.
yeah,
He's on the same time that you on Sterl. I see you out here, man.
yeah,
I need to send you the link so you could go ahead and jump on in that joint, man. But yeah,
yeah.
yo, that's real. You was just
Nah,
saying that. You was just saying
yeah,
that. That's real talk right there. That's real talk there,
yeah.
man.
So nah, but yo, like if we play somebody like the OKC, yeah, they young. That's the only reason I say like I don't doubt OKC's talent because they got a lot of talented pieces over there, but they're just young.
Right.
Like we play in Minnesota, I don't think it's the same Minnesota from last year, and they still kind of young too. So it's all depending on the matchup. But like I love what they're doing, and the other part is now Draymond can let somebody else be the enforcer. Like he can take days off from being the enforcer.
He too
Cause
old
Jimmy,
for it right now. Every night.
Jimmy be out there, and what I love about Jimmy is he's an enforcer that gets to the line.
Hmm.
Jimmy gonna get to that line.
And
So
he is a good free throw shooter. And look,
Himothy, when Himothy in the
shout out to us
building,
with the
what?
cross pieces. Shout out to us with the Jesus cross pieces out here, man.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, Himothy. When I see him walk through Golden State door, and I see we ain't give up much of nothing. No disrespect to Wiggy, like, but I've been wanting to get off the Andrew Wiggins train for a couple years now, and then I
For a
was really
minute,
kind of salty about this whole going to get Dennis Schroeder because I don't even know what that was about. Like,
you
what we
gotta
got Dennis Schroeder for? Like, I
right.
don't even know what Dennis even playing at right now.
And
You know
you
what I'm
remember I even clowned that when I was like I was laughing hard as I don't know what I think it was like 5 episodes back and I was like, where is he? And now he's a journeyman. I don't even know where he is. I seen him the other night and I can't even remember what team he was on, but I knew where he was because I saw those straight shoulders and that long head in the back. I remember, yo, this is how you know money gonna do things for you. Remember when that
saying?
man was way back here? He had the George Jefferson almost, and he came back and had the joint with the little die in there. That money is gonna do something for you that other things can't do for you, but money can't save you when, bro, you ain't balling and your gifts and everything that you're bringing to the team is not no longer needed. You're going to be a journeyman out here. And after you're a journeyman, you can take it upon yourself to retire, or you can go on out there and play with Dwight out there, man. You can go on out there, man. You know, Dwight been endorsing all kinds of NBA players to come over and on that out there and play in China. But what he's been doing the last couple years is trying to get back. And the next segment I was going to say is how snubbed is Dwight Howard? Because the man 3 times defensive player of the year, MVP level. Why wasn't he one of those top 75? Do you think?
Hey man, listen. First of all, I think he definitely was snubbed on that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, right now, I can't think about who was all on there that I would like probably take off or you know what I mean, put on or something like that. I'm not out here to debate that. Excuse me. But if you look at for the young people that never heard of Dwight Howard, or for the old heads that forgot about what Dwight Howard did, go back and watch some highlights of Dwight Howard and the Orlando Magic,
Facts, because
bro.
the man was
The,
balling.
the,
And remember,
Go
He
back
left
and
here when he was hurt.
look at the statistics he was putting up, bro. Look at
That
them.
man
Look
came
at the
back.
statistics.
He came back from a back injury. Remember, that's how Larry Bird left the game. T Mac had back injuries and stuff too. And hold on. Sterling said Dennis is a great backup, but he don't match them at all. He sure doesn't. He sure doesn't. He said Atlanta turned his hairline up. Yeah, it did. It did. That's what it was. He went down to Atlanta. He got one of
They
those
put
good
that,
stylists down there. He got one
they
of
put
those
that
good
auto tune. We call that auto tune. We put that auto tune. They spray him down.
down there, yeah. And let him up. And look, how they say it up in the city? Early. They put it on him and say you can't be walking around the A with that right there, or put a baseball hat on, rocking like T.I. He also said, top 10 center ever. Yes, he is. I
Yeah,
believe so too. Dwight Howard. And if you on that level, I mean, you look at a lot of those players that's in that top 75, even the top 50, they didn't get the same accolades that my man Dwight got. And you see in the background, my boy is home. He's home. He's home. He's chilling, back in the spot, back on his spot. You know what I'm saying? God bless. He brought us back home. He went missing. They called a pound on my boy. I had to pick him up from the police. He been gone since Valentine's Day. I've been on a high stress level. Yeah. T said, oh, doggy. Yeah. He is back. He been out of here. This man has been so humble since he's been home. This man has literally been sleeping and living in my lap, man. He don't want to leave. He's never going nowhere again. He don't even run no more outside like how he was running. He was like, nah, man. If you want to walk, I'm walking beside you. Ain't happening like that no more, man. My Dukes is good. Kaylee's good. The other dogs on the yard out here on the ranch, we all good right now. Before we get out of here, I want a 5 from you, and I'm going to give you a 5, unless you got another topic that you want. Matter of fact, before we get on to that, I got one topic, T, and this for
you
you,
gotta
T.
get
Niner update. John Lynch was interviewed today, and they were talking about the Brock Purdy situation. They gave him an offer. Nothing has been accepted or anything yet. So when they asked him about it, he's like, yeah, we still have moves to make. We still got things to do. And we hope everything works out. If not, we still got a team to run. And when he said that, that made me light all the way up, because that reminded me of the $40 million and 1 cent. Brother, you could play like how you want to play. You can act like you're this person that you're not. You can listen to your agent who has no big names under his belt. Or you can come back to reality and understand we need Greenlaw. We got to extend Fred Warner. We got so many other moves that we have to make. And if we pay you in a position that you're not all the way in right now, where will that lead us? Where will that leave us? Brock Purdy, you got some decisions to make. I don't think they're going to go up on that contract, especially with what John Lynch said. But I do think these guys are in the market. They got a pretty good first round pick. And it's not even on the terms of picking a quarterback. It's on Brock Purdy. You're still under contract. So if you don't want to accept this, you're going to play your last year out. What are you going to do? Hold out? So now who wants you? What's your take on that right there?
look. You know how much I love to take a 40 million and 1 cent.
And 1 cent.
But I mean, listen, yeah, that's just what's gonna happen at the moment. Like Brock could easily, like, I think if I'm Brock, show up the talent around me. I'll take the pay cut.
It's not a
And
cut because he's making 900
yeah,
right
but I'm
now.
just saying, I'm talking about as far as on a deal that he could potentially make.
As far as the market, I
But
got
yeah,
you.
yeah, that's where I was at. But yeah,
But yeah,
I take the hometown discount to stay there. And then like show up the talent around me, make sure everybody's straight, and let's really give it a run. We could have won the Super Bowl. We was a couple plays away from that, you know.
it's the truth.
Honestly, and the only thing that derailed us last year was health issues
That's right.
and some of the issues that we talking about right now, which is the money aspect.
Mm-hmm. And T said they forgot John Lynch is a player GM. He looking at both sides of the game. Brock need to take it. Plus, Greasy no longer the quarterback coach. He isn't. And that's a major thing right there. I'm glad you said that, T, because I left that out. They got rid of him. Well, they didn't get rid of him. He didn't want to sign back, and he said he's going to take some time off. And he didn't say that he wasn't going to return to the NFL. But the whole thing is, just like what we were saying early in the year, we thought Kyle needed to do that. Take time, retool, revamp, get your stuff together, watch the game instead of being there, and you'll be able to come out a better person. Because when we talk about the minds of these guys, they're great minds. That's how they got in the position they're in. But when you look at the regression of Brock Purdy, Greasy was on that. He's the quarterback coach. You look at the running back coach and everybody else, they did their thing. They stood up. Now, from that, Sterl said, wait a minute. Sterl said, who's your top 5 point guards in the NBA? Go ahead and
Point
say it,
guard,
Bob.
shooting guard.
I'm going to let you go. He said, yeah.
All right, point guard or shooting guard. That's good. Kyrie, Steph, and Edwards, SGA, Jalen Brunson.
I'll take all of those for $500, but I will take off Brunson and I'll put Ja in there.
Okay. Yeah.
Only because I haven't watched Brunson like that. And as far as what Ja's doing, without explaining or anything like that. So, Sterl, that was a good one. Put down in the chat who yours is right there so we can see what you got on that. And then he said, they should have kept Lance for real. And I think, and I talked to Boogie and I talked to T about this all year. He would have been there if Kyle Shanahan wouldn't have ran him through tackles. If you look at when Lance was on the field, he didn't get the same playbook that Brock Purdy, that Garoppolo, or any other quarterback before him under the Shanahan and Lynch tenure has gotten. He didn't get that. They were trying to make him a running quarterback. He was just big enough to do it. He had a little bit of speed. He wasn't top speed or threat like that, but he did have a cannon. It just wasn't accurate like that. Remember in the offseason what he did? He went and saw a quarterback coach and got his accuracy up. He did everything that you need to do as far as a quarterback. And then next thing you know, one thing they said in the Niners, as a quarterback, you will not lose your position through injury. Trey Lance lost his position through injury. Nobody ever said anything about that. I always thought it, and from when they said it at that press conference, I even thought about it. Seeing him get carted off the field, I've never seen Kyle Shanahan go to any of his players when they're getting carted off or when they're injured. That's one thing that I don't like about him. He doesn't have a connection with his teammates like that. He's got that with Debo, but with nobody else, it's no emotion towards it. When you see a player get injured and you see him do this, drawing up the next play, when you got damn near 10 to 15 minutes with the timeout and everything else that's going on, come on, man. You got to show some compassion, some empathy out here. And it was your fault that it happened. But we offer that. We offer that all the way on. And Sterl said, Kyrie, Dame, Luka, SGA. And then I think for his shooting guards, well, he said Ant-Man, Brunson, Ja, LaMelo, honorable mention. That's respectable. That's respectable right there. I can't be mad at that at all.
Facts. I like those. I forgot.
Yeah,
I had forgot about Luca. And once he said Luca, I was like, nah, I don't forget about Luca. But then
but
you
this,
know, what I mean, you got to throw out other names too, like Devin Booker.
yeah,
And Donovan Mitchell. You know what I mean? Jalen Brown is shooting the guard too.
Harden's still out there.
Oh nah, let's stop that. That time with Harden is
You think it's over?
that.
You think it's over for little game James? That step back ain't working no more. The step back.
Nah, you know what's funny is like what's funny like man the Clippers actually been hooping man and shout out to Ty Lue man because like they've been over there balling man. Kawhi's been on and off the floor so it's like I don't know but Ty is a good coach man and he can bring guys together and really put a good product on the floor. Um, but before we do get out of here, I want to we do have to put a big shout out man. Shout out to the White Mamba man. Diana Taurasi, man. Today,
Talk about it.
today, today, one of the ghosts have retired, man, from the game, man. So, just wanted to give a little shout out to her, man. AP, how you feel about that? You know what I mean? That's UConn's own, man. Like, you got any words you want to share on that?
Yeah, man. I hate to see her go because from beginning to end, watching her play basketball, it's been great. She's won every award that you can win as a basketball player. Remember, we were talking about that earlier this year when I had the picture and her racks of everything. Her statue trophy is tall as her, and this ain't even high school, middle school stuff. This is just college and NBA. She's won everything that you could possibly think about winning. She's a baller. She's a great player, and like what we were talking about with Pete Castellano and with Scotty, let him cook.
Let him cook.
Let Scotty do his thing. I think this is setting up perfect for when Gino gets out. She can be that head coach. I think they might bring her along to assistant coach and learn some more from him. So when he leaves, he can leave it respectively and proudly. You know what I mean? That's my take on it.
Man, I really like that, man, and I'm really interested to really. I would love to see that come into fruition. If Gino's gonna give the keys to anybody, if Gino has come to that time, then it ain't no better person but the legend. You know what I'm saying of Diana Taurasi. And I just want to man just highlight some of her highlights, man. 3-time national champion, man. She won the national player of the year in college. 3-time NBA champion, 6-time gold medal. Like you know
Yep.
what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
Is the leader all time in the WNBA most points of all time. So,
Talk
like,
about
man,
it.
just shout out to her, man. Like, I just really wanted to just give her flowers while you know what I mean she can still smell them. Some people say that you know what I mean she's pretty much like a butthole on the court, but that's what the great ones are, man. Like.
They said that about Kobe too.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Kobe, Mike, you know what I'm saying? And the only ones that really like sometimes get to really get some insight is great ones asking other great ones. You know what I'm saying? Like you've
Yeah,
seen
man.
pictures of Kobe having conversations with Mike Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Diana Taurasi, she looked up to Kobe. You know what I'm saying? They came up through the mud together, man. So yeah, man. I just wanted to make sure we highlighted her, man, because not only, you know what I'm saying, like is she big for, you know what I mean, female sports, but she's big for all of sports, man. She is definitely a legend, man. And you know what I'm saying, she's definitely one of those goals, man. So I just wanted to make sure we salute
Definitely.
her for, you know what I mean. And
Yeah.
look forward to seeing her, you know what I'm saying, in her new career. I'm pretty sure she'll be just as competitive.
Yeah, you know they hanging that jersey up high in those Raptors. And Sterl also said he forgot about Harden. He's still a beast too. He also said, I gotta join y'all one day on here. Special man, you always welcome, man. We ain't
Let's
turning
do it.
down no guests that want to talk this
Come
sport.
on, dog. Man,
Girl, you
come
already
chop
know,
it up,
man.
bro.
We don't just talk the game, we play the game. You know what I'm saying? Out here, Camden's own. This is Sterl out here, man. Yo, I met Sterl on the court out here. Me, Zoot, and the other guys was out here, all older heads. Him and the youngest guys, they got us out there, man. We was too old. We was out there drinking and everything. It wasn't good for us. It wasn't good for us. Him, little Chris, and everybody, they beat us out there, man. Shout out to T. She said she cried. Yep, I felt it too, because you're losing a legend with Tarasi. You know what I mean? Everybody could talk about the up and coming players, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when you lose a player that's been so good for so long, you stop talking about her because she's that good. Who else has been on that level in the WNBA? They just stopped talking about her. Like she wasn't that person no more, but she was her whole career from beginning to end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She has been that person. And I only wish this one thing. She would have let us know she was retiring at the beginning of the year so she could have had her tour. You know what I mean? And I know as a player, she didn't want all of that. And that's respect to her for it. She left
Yeah.
on her own terms. You know what I mean? And
Right.
T also said, awesome career, awesome person. The way she allowed her game to transition with time. She taught the young players a lot. I can see her coaching it. Yes, at UConn, yes. And we talked about that on the show, T.
Yeah.
We
See,
all talked about that together.
T always be in line, Like T always be on point.
You already know, man. That's why she's one of our special hosts, man. That's the first lady of hater debate, man. I don't know if y'all know this or
Bad,
not.
yo.
We asked a lot of people to come on this show. She was there. She was there, and she still is here. I'm sorry if I meant to tell you a couple of, well, like 30 minutes ago. I put the link up in the chat if you wanted to join. I'm sorry. That was on me right there for that, T. And tomorrow, T, since we didn't get to talk about that tonight, some people talk about sadness. With the Pips, you got Gladys. But in March, we got the madness. And it is not too far away, Boogie. That March Madness is on the way. So for everybody that's watching, everybody that's tuned in, we got the bracketology out here tomorrow. And we're going to talk about the men's and the women's. We're going to go from the top 25 and we're going to make our own bracket. And we're going to see how good that works out. Might even put up a little bit of money on that, man. That's right. You see her. March Madness. You already know it. We're going to do that. And Boogie, now you know it's that time of the day. Run them shots
Yeah.
down for me, Bug. And
Hey.
matter of fact, before we go, because we got 5 before we go. I'll do one or you want to do one. We're going to just do one. 1-5.
1-5. Okay, let's do it, man. Since we are talking this talk, let's do it. I'm going to go. All
And
right.
Sterl and T, since y'all
What's this?
still
What's
with
this?
us, y'all make sure y'all, whatever 5 he picked, y'all go ahead and put y'all 1-word answers on there too. If you do, Sterl, since you didn't know about it, if you got to say something like, he is the damn GOAT, if it fits it, we'll take that. But otherwise that, we need a 1-word answer for it. All right?
Got you. Let's do
Let's
it.
get it.
Ronnie Lott.
Warrior.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
Man, cut the finger. He said, man, no, I don't want no surgery. Cut it off. I'm playing the rest of this game. Cut it off. And
That's,
after you cut it off,
Don't you ever talk about me.
unless
that's
it's in
crazy.
a good way.
That's crazy.
And look, hold up. T said, Beast.
I
Sterl, where
like
you
it.
at? You a little slow on it. We trying to go to the next one. I think that was a little before his time. He a little younger, but it's okay. All right, go ahead to your next one, Bugs.
All right. I'm going to go with Kevin Durant.
Durantula. And you could take that however you want to. The Slim Reaper is the Durantula because he was that first. And he can strike. He still gives Wemby and all of the guys bigger than him fits. You see how Wemby be like, yeah, I'm going to guard him tonight. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. You think you are. Mentally, in your training, they let you know that, yeah, you ready for anything. You're not ready for no Durantula. You're not ready for it. It's no way you're ready for anything that he's got to give you. And look at what T said. Sneaky.
I
You giving
like
him
it,
that?
man.
You giving her that?
I'm letting that ride. I'm letting that ride. I like it. I like that. I like that.
Point to you, T. Let's go.
All right. I'm going to go Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie, man, only thing I can say about him, and he's got a movie off of his career being so good. That's Uncle Drew, dog. I don't care. I'm not defining his game because I'd compare his game to Iverson. His crossover is a bit cleaner. His layup game is unmatched. Not by any big, not by any small. Nobody got a better layup game than this man right here. His jelly game is out of here, man. I got to give him the Uncle Drew, man. I got to give him the whole movie for it, man.
Hey, we really want to do a shout out too to Rod Strickland. You know that's his
Oh,
godfather.
yeah.
Like, oh yeah, and he had a clean layup game too. So
A little trinket for him. A little trinket for him. Yeah. A little trinket. For those people that don't know, we got the insides and the outsides now. It's hater debate.
yeah,
If y'all don't agree, put it down. I be telling people all the time at work, they want to hit me on the job and argue on Facebook. I'm like, no. Y'all can come to the show and talk all that talk, but where are they now? Crickets.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
crickets. I don't see none of y'all out here. But yeah, and she said for Kyrie, sniper.
I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right. We're gonna go with Draymond Green.
OG. I give him OG. He ain't the same no more. He's not, but he's almost a shell of himself. He don't got the 3-point shot that he once had. His physicality is going down. Father Time is undefeated. I'll say OG for him because he's still lit. He talked the talk. He walked the walk. He got Jimmy Buckets out there with him. That's going to extend him for another 2.5 years, I'll say, because this year I'll put the half and 2 years after that. They're not trying to get rid of Draymond because he got a heart and he got a motor, you know what I mean? But it's OG. It ain't the same no more, but it's still him. You got to give respect to him. Look at what T said.
Yeah,
Hold up. She said first, like us, love us, or come debate us. You better believe it. They better believe it. Because we ain't out here just talking talk. This ain't feelings talk like how everybody else do. These are backed by facts, data, and statistics. Let them know if it truly is hate or debate. That's right. And she said for Draymond, watch this. Security! Security! I punch you and your mama.
Hey, yo, what is mom?
What you say? He
Hey,
punched the boy.
yo, he punched all the basketball out that boy. That boy can't play basketball no more, son. He got paid though. He got paid a handsome ransom.
They
But that
paid him
boy
for that
cannot
punch.
play basketball to save his life.
It won't be the same ever
The
again.
the pool parties are shut down, bro. Hey, hold up. I do want to say this, man. Yo, Draymond, hey, look, Draymond younger than us, man. Draymond only like 34, 35.
Right.
Yo, he look about 57 in the face,
He
though,
look
right
older
now.
than all us. He look older than all us.
Yo,
He look like
young
he pushing
boy. I'm
50.
like, Yo, for real, I'm like, young boy, what's wrong with you? You good?
His potty
But
is tearing him up, man. His potty
all
is
right,
tearing him up.
I'm gonna put this last guy, man, because there's another guy, man, that's on the watch list. Paul George.
From him giving himself the name Playoff P
Oh my! Don't you do it?
to now.
Don't you do it?
You remember what I said at the beginning of the year when it was summertime and we were talking about that, and I said, I hope he proves me wrong. Bruh,
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and flat out deceived.
deceived. That's all I got to say about him. He ain't been it. He's never going to be it. Even if he goes to a championship team, he won't be the same person that he was in Indiana. He's been chasing that dragon since he left, and he never should have left. He had his team. They were building it around him, and if he left, he should have went to Kobe because Kobe reached out to him first. He turned him down. Now look at him. Now look at him. You ain't nothing, man. Deceived, dog.
You know,
Deceived.
yeah, you know what I
Deceived,
thought
man.
when you said that? Well, you know what I thought? You know what I thought? Yo, this is one of my favorite parts in one of my favorite movies. Ain't nobody coming to see you on this.
Anybody coming to see you? Yeah. Yeah. You out of here, man. Nobody coming to see you, Otis. That playoff, your playoff. Remember the last playoff that we remember
Yo,
from him?
son.
Off the side of the backboard. Get out of here.
Hey, hey, man, listen, I ain't gonna lie, man. It's really looking really tragic over there in Philly, bro. Like, oh man, the
You about
process.
to get rid
I
of
don't
him.
even want to get started on the process, man.
They about to get rid
No,
of him. They
hey,
sitting him down the rest of the
no,
year and they
no,
trading him
hey,
in the summer.
I do wanna say this, man. Look, we watched, we watched. That's what wanted to take. Bro, we watched the team tank and tank for seasons to get these picks, bro.
Yep.
Drafted these guys. You know, one of your guys was already, faulty when you drafted him. You know what I mean? One thing I can't say, like I got to keep it real. Like Ben Simmons, at one point he was good. He was super. He was solid, bro. All
He was.
star caliber player. Like, and after that playoff run, bro, like I don't know what happened in that playoff run, bro, but Ben Simmons has not been the same basketball player since then. From then to now.
I think it was that pressure that they tried to put on him shooting when he's a pass first player.
Yeah.
I think he's more of a Magic Johnson type player. I might get lucky. I might get streaky and hit a couple for you, but that's not me. I'm rather space the floor, get to the basket and get me a layup or a dunk or get me a good pass out here. And when you put that jump shot and everybody was talking, because remember, Philly, just like the Eagles, they don't remember they booed Kobe when he won the MVP in Philly at the All-Star game. And that's his home. They are relentless and they're unforgiving when it comes to what they do out there. He took that. I think he let that get to his mind and it messed up his game. Not like Fultz, who we were talking about the other night, who the team messed up his shoulder and messed up his shooting, and he's now back balling. And shout out to him. You stick with it, you put God first, you're going to be where he wants you or needs you to be. He's out there balling and playing the game that he loves to play. But, bro, I don't like you outside of them trying to put him into being a jump shooter, I don't know what happened to his game. It was a here today,
Nah,
gone tomorrow type deal.
nah, cause like we legit like even the stuff that he was really good at, he's not like good at that no more. Like
Right.
what made Ben Simmons was he was able to guard multiple, you know what I mean, positions. Like he did, he had like he had great handles. You know what I'm saying? Great eye for passing the ball. Like you know what I mean. He can. He was athletically like gifted because he's like 6'9", the point guard. Like can sprint down the floor. Like he had the same kind of uh physique as far as LeBron when LeBron was younger. But it was just like I don't know, man. Like something happened, man, that really broke that kid's confidence, man. But let's move on past that, bro. Then it's the next part that you have draft, and y'all call it the process. And like, look, don't get it twisted, man. When Joel is on the floor, Joel was easily a top 5 talent in this league. We already know what Joel is capable of,
And
but
he'll talk that
no,
walk too.
yeah, but Joel then he done he done made half of all, you know what I mean? And I ain't pocket watching, I ain't doing none of that. But what I'm just gonna point out the facts to this. Joel then made half of his money that he made in the NBA, he sat on the bench for.
Yep. Yep.
You know,
Basically like the same player, but he's proven when he's on the floor. That's
oh yeah,
crazy.
he's cool.
They're
He's
they're
cool.
like they're the negative and the positive. Because when he plays, he's gonna get you minutes. When Ben plays, what the hell is this?
Ben who?
What are we watching?
Where
Yeah,
Ben at?
what
Where
are we
Ben
watching?
even at?
It's crazy, man. That's
Bro,
crazy, man.
so like, and then you got that going on. So like, like Philly, all right, and then like we keep going down the road. You got you a nice piece over there, Tyrese Maxey, like young kid, a hell of a motor. Go get you buckets. You know what I'm saying? Showing up to work. Then you got PG, PG. I don't know what's up with PG. Hey,
Look what
podcast P. That's what
look
it
what
is. Podcast P.
that's what it is. I'll accept that. And look what T said. Simmons' game reminded me of Stockton, and the biggest asset was setting his teammates to score. And that's true. And
Yeah,
that's
agree,
the
agree.
positive of it. I'll agree with that, T. And it was just that. It was just
He
that.
don't do that no more though. T.
He
He
don't
don't
even
even do
do it.
that no more.
Yep. He don't do it. And that was perfect to say that because that's who I envisioned him to be. I was mad that in no way, no shape or form, we could have got him in LA. And I always liked his game in LSU. You know what I mean? But when he got to the NBA, we didn't see what he did in college. It's almost like his game didn't translate. And he was scared to show that I'm evenly matched and these guys are better than me, so I'm hurt. So if I had one word answer for him, even though he ain't even in the 5 for 5, it would be thief. That man stole a check. He didn't do nothing else. Pooh Shiesty mask, all that. You like that? Pooh Shiesty mask. That man stole hundreds of millions and still hadn't led up to it, man. I don't. I'm not talking junk because I didn't make it on that level. But bruh, run them shots down for me, bro.
Hey, listen, man. Shout out to the hate and debate squad, man. Shout out to the most important people out there, man, that took out their time, which is you, the viewers, man. Follow us on all social medias. We on Instagram, we on Facebook, we on YouTube, we on TikTok. Look, get it wherever you fit in. If you got any questions, comments, or concern, make sure that you hit us up on the social medias or leave a comment down bottom. Make sure you like and subscribe as well, man. And last but not least, look, we appreciate you, the viewer.
Mad love. And that promo code for the night is gonna be GoldenEye, aka 007. Y'all put that 007 down there, and you got a gift bag coming straight to you from Planet Vapor. I promise, and it'll be of your choice. I want to give a shout out to T. I want to give a shout out to you. I want to give a shout out to Black. I want to give a shout out to Neffs. I want to give a shout out to Mon Dukes, BG4, the whole Hater Debate Squad, whether you're a natural and regular host or whether you just a rotating host that's on here. Thanks to y'all, we're at 1.3K and we're so close to being monetized on YouTube. We ask everybody to just keep hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button, keep watching, stay tuned with us. We're going to keep this thing rocking for everybody that's out there. Bug, I appreciate you every day, all night. And shout out to Embodied. Embodied.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. Shout out to him, man. And yo, thanks to all of that, we kept the curse words and swearing at a minimum tonight, man. This is great work right here, man. Good for us. That's how you say it, right, Boogie? Good for us, man. We only bringing y'all words, stats, facts, and the data out here, but had a great night tonight. Boogie, we'll be back tomorrow night. We're going to show some love. We're going to do whatever it is that we got to do to keep this show rolling. Boogie will be, well, I said Boogie will be here. Yes, he will be here. Black said he will be here. He's getting his laptop tomorrow. So I got that Chromebook for you tomorrow. So it'll be there for you Friday when I come into town. So you can put that mic to it. Get your extra special thing on out here. We in the building. Shout out to Sis, the fam, everybody that's over there in the Columbia area. Camden, we love you. All y'all, we appreciate y'all. Until next time.
Here to bring you the facts, data, and statistics up close and personal. Letting you decide if it truly is hate or debate.
Pulls up three-pointer.